Well, hello, and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading Channel, Charlie B. My camera's doing a weird thing, so it's zooming in and zooming out. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to check the settings. But what are we doing tonight? Well, I'm going to answer that age-old question of what's for dinner. So we are going to do something called bangers and mash. This is really big in apparently England, and it is sausage with onions and mashed potatoes and a vegetable. They normally will make peas, I think. I might do corn. I guess we'll see. But what I've done so far is I have cut up some potatoes, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the Instant Pot to cook them. So the other item is, now, do y'all remember me canning these? These are my sweet sausages with some onions and peppers in it. So I'm going to use that for my bangers. All right, so hold on. And as soon as we get these mashed potatoes cooked, we'll be back on and I'll be getting these sausages, aka bangers, on the cooking stove and the skillet. See you in a minute. Well, these are the sausages that I had canned. I drained out the juice because I might use that just to season a potato or something like that, add something to it. Could also make a nice gravy out of that if I chose to. And sometimes with the bangers and mash, they will do a brown gravy. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one, but that's up for grabs still. You know me, always changing things as I go. But these are already cooked all the way through because they were canned, and they're so tender and so good. So I'm going to let these guys kind of brown up a little bit on the outside. And if you didn't see me can these, then go ahead and take a look at that video. I'll put it at the end of the video. All right, so just going to get these browned up and we'll be back shortly. Well, along with the bangers and mash, I decided to do some of my homegrown peas with them. So I'm just going to put them in a pan with a little bit of water and some butter and just going to heat them up. They're frozen. They have not been cooked, but they are so amazing. So let's see how the bangers are doing. They should be pretty much brown on that side. So a little interesting fact, I kind of looked up to find out why these guys were called bangers. It's because during the World War II, sausage was a staple, but they used fillers, a lot of fillers, and one of them was actually water. So they could make it look like there was more meat, and there wasn't that much meat to go around, and so sausage was a big one, and they used to fill it with pretty much everything. And when they filled it with water, sometimes they would explode. So, well, there's your little history update. I'm going to finish browning these guys and get the onions up and going too. The potatoes are done. I just have to get the lid off of them, and we will get to mashing them. So I cooked the potatoes in an Instant Pot, and I put about 2 to 3 pounds of potatoes, probably closer to the 3 in here. I did it on a pressure cook, and I did it for 10 minutes, and these are perfect. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drain these, and always follow the directions of your Instant Pot or any gadget that you're using in the kitchen. I'm going to drain these and get them in the mixer. So we'll be back in a second. What you see here is my mixer, and I'm using 1 stick of butter. It's kind of bruised up, but that's all right. I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to dump the potatoes in that I had drained. Now, salt and pepper is always optional and to taste, but I definitely put salt and pepper in my potatoes. And it's not often that I make my mashed potatoes, but I am this today for my hubby. He deserves them. He loves mashed potatoes. Now, normally I would use cream to make mashed potatoes, my heavy whipping cream. It makes them delightful, but cream like that is very hard to keep in your stores because it does to go bad. You need refrigeration. So what I'm going to do today is I'm literally going to use evaporated milk. Okay, they pretty much all taste the same, whether they're the name brand or just the store brand. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt. Just to my taste. I know it's steamy. And I'm going to put my mixing bowl up and turn on the mixer. Sorry about the noise, but I don't know what else to do, so I can show you this. Maybe around a little bit. Now, with this little bit of potatoes and this much butter, you're not going to need a whole lot of milk or cream, but whatever you've got in your stores, you just want to add a little bit to it. Maybe open that can up a little bit better. Well, let me open it better. I am having a delightful time here at this can. Now I just kind of add a little bit, and I go a little bit here and a little bit there, and I just keep whipping it until it gets the consistency I want it. Some people like them thicker, some people like them thinner. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to push down the sides here with my spatula. Now this is pretty much a good consistency with this, because I don't want them any thinner, that's for sure. But a lot of people don't like black pepper flakes in their mashed potatoes, and I don't really care for it either, but I will do it. It'll be definitely pepper on my plate, but definitely like the salt and pepper in them. And since I don't want the black peppers flakes in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of my doTERRA essential oil, my black pepper. Now, you don't have to use this. This is just something that, I wanted to do. I like the taste of it. I'll just put 1 or 2 drops in there. So no, you do not have to have this. Do not think you do. And just add a little bit more salt. And salt is always to your taste. It already has lots of pepper, or lots of butter in it. And the butter did have salt in it. Okay, like I said, I normally use cream, but it's always nice to use something that you have on hand, maybe to experiment with. So if you have to switch something out. Now, a long time ago, before I had money to buy cream, because cream is expensive more so than evaporated milk, I would use evaporated milk. So I was used to using this. Plus, I do keep it in my stores. Everything that I am cooking today are in my stores for my pantry and for preparing meals in case something would happen in the future. Whether it be a snowstorm, I can still have it. An earthquake, if that ever happened in Pennsylvania. Actually, it did happen in Pennsylvania. Not a strong one. But let's get ready to do a taste test. I am so looking forward to this meal. Well, here is my plate. Yes, the picture you saw was my hubby's. Now, when I canned these, I actually did a meal because one of the jars didn't seal. These guys cut with a fork. Very, very simple. I wish I could bring the camera down and show you, but I'm trying, but hopefully I don't flip the plate. But they cut so easily. So if you want to soften up some meat that sometimes is a little hard, pressure canning is awesome, or pressure cooking it. So let's do a taste test. Cannot wait. The bangers first. Because they were cooked with the peppers and the onions, they have an absolute marvelous taste. I didn't put any seasonings or anything else on it. My little dog is barking because he wants a meal. So yes. And my mashed potatoes. And of course my green peas. If you cannot eat fresh peas, frozen peas are the best, or second best, shall I say. Now, the reason I'm doing mashed potatoes in summer and September, holidays are coming up, and I wanted to make sure everybody had a recipe in case something would happen that you couldn't use your cream, a heavy whipping cream or something like that, and your potatoes, or you didn't have milk. Canned milk is a staple. You can keep on hand. Evaporated milk, also referred to as canned milk. So something to add to your preps. Just a thought, food for thought. There you go. Well, that's my deal. That's my meal, and that's my dinner. So it's bangers and mash. It's a good old British dinner. So if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Charlie B signing out. I can't wait to eat this. Oh, excuse my mess. Yes, I've been canning and freeze drying.